Alright, y'all, so this video is titled "No One Expected This from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot." You know what I'm saying? This shit is gonna be tough as hell. A lot of people were saying, I think before the game even came out, I was probably one of the people that said it. You know what I'm saying? Was saying that we don't know exactly if this is gonna be like A1, like the sauce. You feel me? Because it is. You know what I'm saying? It's open world. It's gonna be fun as hell. It's gonna be super adventurous. And this is what we've been wanting since we were kids, bro. Our open world Dragon Ball Z game. You know what I'm saying? So this is gonna be tough, man. And my bad, I had to fix the mic. Goddamn. Y'all can hear me. Shout out to Globeku. You know what I'm saying? It's either Globeku or Globku. I forget. But shout out to him, man, for this video. The gameplay that they actually showed for Vegeta and everything is crazy, bro. It's bananas. Like, I loved it, every bit of it. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into this and see what he's speaking about in this video. Exactly what he's speaking about. I'm pretty sure he's going to be explaining the gameplay and everything, and how like this just technically changed like all of like Dragon Ball Z games officially. You know, this shit is going to be tough. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot at TGS 2019 was incredibly surprising on multiple levels. We got to see a full gameplay demo starring Vegeta in his Batman shirt, and a couple of moments surprised me a lot. Some in a positive way, others in a not so positive way. For those who missed the demo or want to have a closer look at what Bandai gave us over this weekend, here's an analysis of the Vegeta gameplay. The whole presentation was done with the Japanese voice actor on stage, so the focus was the Prince of All Saiyans, which was a pleasant surprise and clarified a lot of questions from the community. This game is titled Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and for a while it wasn't even clear if there would be other playable characters. But even when other playable characters were confirmed, we still didn't know to what extent we could play as those characters. Would Goku be the one in charge of exploring the world, where Gohan, Vegeta, and Piccolo restrained to smaller hubs or very short story moments and fights? It seems that will not be the case. We can see from this gameplay that Vegeta has complete freedom to explore this area, and it is a huge area filled with icons on your map. There's a lot to do with Vegeta here. So characters outside of Goku will also have their exploration moments, in addition to their fighting moments that we already expected. And in a way, that makes total sense. This demo takes place right after the Frieza fight is over. No one knows what happened to Goku at this point, but life on Earth resumes as normal. So it's interesting to see what everyone was doing during this moment that isn't really covered in the show. And that's ultimately what Kakarot promised to deliver. In addition to having us play through the big Dragon Ball moments, it also fills in the gaps with never-before-told stories. And if the gaps they're filling are as significant as this one, then Kakarot has the potential to be a really interesting game.
I didn't know this, bro. So technically they're going to be filling in stories that they never told on the actual show and everything. That's tough. That is tough, bro. Let's get back into it.
Unfortunately, not every surprise thrown throughout this demo was positive, and this video will be full of back and forth because that's honestly how I saw this whole demo. I was surprised one second, then disappointed the next, and I guess my first disappointing moment was this cutscene right here. To showcase some of the voice actors' work, they play this cutscene between Vegeta and Kui, and this cutscene bothered me a bit for two reasons. The first one is becoming a bit of a trend in anime games recently, and that's the awkward silences and long pauses between dialogue.
じゃあいいものを見せてやろう。この俺が地球に行った時、奴らから面白いことを学んだ。
That is becoming annoying.
I don't know why there's so much space between what one character says and the next one. And it seems small, but there will be a ton of cutscenes like this in the game, and this small nuisance is just gonna keep bothering me. Besides, the whole cutscene feels a bit low budget to me, especially the moment when Vegeta charges up his energy. I didn't expect every cutscene to be top-notch like we've seen in the trailers. This game is truly capable of some astounding visuals, and it's not realistic to expect every cutscene to look like that. But I also didn't expect this low budget look during what is one of the main missions in the game. This is a part of the main story. This happened in the show, which means this isn't just some throwaway side mission. And I guess I expected better than this. We do get a cool cutscene afterwards, and that Kui face is exactly what I needed to see.
That's that classic.
What we cut to next is some Vegeta free roaming. And last time we saw Goku on the Nimbus, we saw Goku flying, and maybe a little bit of walking, but now we see Vegeta sprinting. And just seeing him sprint across the city with cars honking as it passes by is extremely funny to me. Also, this area looks very much alive. One of the criticisms pointed at the previous demo was how dead the whole world
It does
looked.
look alive.
Yes, there were icons on the map, but the world had no life at all. And it seems to be very much by design, because this hub, the city, is full of pedestrians, full of cars. There is life in this hub. And it's an amazing contrast to what we had seen before with the Raditz demo. Its size is also very impressive. It's so much bigger than the previous area, which once again gives the whole game a very open world vibe to it, despite developers now wanting to use the words open world. Because in reality, it's more of a group of open areas, open hubs that you can explore, and not really an interconnected world. And I get that, they want to stay as honest as possible about their upcoming game, but with an area as big as this, it might as well be open world.
Might as well.
I've seen open world games with smaller areas, to be honest. And this is just one of many, and that's very impressive. Maybe this is an area that you return to multiple times over the course of the game, and that's why it's bigger and has received a lot more attention. But still, it's one area of many, and it sure surprised me in a very positive way. Next, Vegeta finds Tien, and we learn that not all quests will be voiced. In this quest, for instance, the dialogue between Vegeta and Tien isn't voiced at all. They just grunt at each other with each line.
はい。要ですね、天心は何かをこう思いながら突っ立ってるんですね。
Okay, I see what it is. Like.
で、内容がですね、これ修行を続ければ続けるほど、悟空たちとの差がちょっと最近歴
With the amount of quests this game has, not having all side quests voiced is totally fine. It's not something that surprised or disappointed me really, it's just something that I didn't know. And now we all know to expect this from side quests. That said, I'm still waiting for an interesting side quest to appear. All the side quests we've seen so far have been go over there and kill the robots, or let's fight right here and now. It's nothing but go there and fight or stay here and fight. And if this is what all the side quests are in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, then I honestly rather not have side quests at all, because we're gonna want to do them for the item rewards and the XP, but the quests themselves are gonna get very old very fast. On top of that, this fight against Tien has highlighted a concern of mine, which is the combat in this game when it's a 1v1 battle. The combat system looks very flashy, and I love the speed at which the characters move around, but when you break down what you're doing with a controller, all the fights seem super brain dead. You mash the attack button, throw special attacks if you want. If you don't, you can just keep mashing, whatever. And when the enemy shows that red aura, that means you gotta dodge, because they're armored and they're about to throw something very dangerous at you. So far, that has been every single 1v1 fight in this game. Boss fights have the occasional Ki Blast minigame where you have to dodge their stuff, so that adds an extra layer, but the rest is still the same. Mash the button as much as you can, dodge when they have the red aura. At this point, combat seemed very boring to me. However, something happened later in this demo that made me a bit more positive on the combat system. After that, we have some exploration, and then Vegeta resumes his main mission. This is part of the main story mission. This fetch quest is required to move the story forward. You're basically finding parts that Dr. Briefs has asked you to complete his training room so that Vegeta can start his training to become a Super Saiyan. And after he finds that first part, he's ambushed by some Frieza minions, and this is where I think combat gets interesting. At this point, mashing the attack button no longer gives you an easy win. Fighting against multiple enemies seems interesting because you're forced to make a lot of decisions very fast. If you just keep attacking, Vegeta is gonna keep getting interrupted by projectile attacks, so you'll have to dodge a lot more often, looking for that opening where you can actually deal damage. And then, when you deal the damage, there's also the choice of which target you should focus. In this demo, the player mainly chose to focus these drones that were shooting laser beams, which is a good tactic since they were the main enemies interrupting Vegeta's attacks. The problem is, one of those Frieza minions had the ability to call in for more drones, so maybe he should have chosen that Frieza minion as his first target. So this game of choosing which target should be your priority, which enemy do you want to kill fast by spending your meter, made this combat system way more interesting to me. Much more interesting than the simple button mash and dodge when you see a red aura game that has been showcased throughout the last couple of demos. Boss fights had some interesting moments. Cell in particular had a mechanic where you also multiplied, and that forced you to split your attention across multiple targets. But everything else seemed so straightforward that I was honestly starting to lose interest. Hopefully there's more to 1v1 combat in the future. Maybe the game gets more interesting on a harder difficulty, but for now, this battle against multiple enemies definitely sparked my interest in this game's combat. And overall, I love this new area they showcased. I love how much more vibrant it is, how much bigger it is, and how different it is from everything else we've seen up to this point. Overall, this demo gave us many things we had not seen before in this game, and I came out of it feeling much more excited for Kakarot than I was previously. But those are my thoughts. What about yours? What did you guys think of the TGS demo? Has it changed your mind in any way? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you're a fan of this channel, thank the patrons who support it. It's thanks to them that I can do this every day. Thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you guys next time.
Globku. Same thing. Same thing. Like I said, same thing. Great video, bro. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoyed this shit because he broke everything down. He broke down shit that I didn't even know about, bro. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know there was like doing different times in between times that we didn't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's sick right there. That's tough. I'm pretty sure, like, man, this shit gonna be crazy. This junk is gonna be crazy. And I already know the story is gonna be crazy long. So that's what I'm waiting for, bro. But hey, man, if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on notifications to get notified on when I upload and stream, man. And yes, sir. We definitely gonna be on this shit every day. I wouldn't say non-stop because we still got other games to play, you know, but we gonna be on this shit all the time. It's gonna be tough. 2020, you feel me? January 2020. I forgot the exact date, but I know it's in January. It's your boy JosephWitty, man. I'm out of here. The university expansion is supposed to be coming. Oh shit, boy, I'm about to go to college for the first time ever because I ain't go to college in real life. You know what I'm saying? Graduated high school, got injured my senior year in football. You know what I'm saying? Lost my scholarships. But anyway, hey, bro, this is gonna be sick, bro. Baby girl, if you watch.